Don't found a wrinkle of just like me. Since the old lady on the bus next to me, I could see every last tear in her eyes. A tip off, live it up before I die. On and on.
So for these now, when I work in my home studio, I just do like the bass guitar stuff on my keyboard. I have like a bass guitar sound, and just I kind of put it in there as a supportive thing, and try to make it not too obvious that there's not a real bass player. But I knew for these Blue Jay sessions that I really wanted a real bass player, and you know, I needed that sound, I needed the right feel and everything. And fortunately, I play in a band with a guy named Justin Kolak, and called him up, and we had a couple little quick rehearsals at his house, and brought him out, and he just laid it down. And he just nailed it, and really filled out the sound. It was nice to hear some real bass on my stuff rather than a little keyboard.
Now do something weird at the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, if I don't have the one.
For the most part, by the time you get to the vocals, we tried to have almost everything in there that was going to be in there, so you kind of know what you're singing to.
Then all this time can be undone.
The vocals can be kind of tedious sometimes.
Well, I just know it's time to see where I draw the line to fade all these vague notions in my spin.
Undo. Wow.
This is the main focal point of everything. That's what people are listening to, and not only do you need to make sure people can understand the words, but you have to get the pitch kind of on. But in the end, if the words are mumbled and the pitch isn't good, but it sounds good, that's good too.
But I always find my way back to you.
You know, the way I work, I do a bunch of takes, like a full take, like maybe run 3 or 4 in a row, and then get some feedback from Giles and see, you know, if that take was good. Am I getting better at this part?
In the end, it's up to you.
That was my favorite so far.
Yeah, me too.
Do you want to do another one, or do you want to come in?
Maybe I'll do another one.
Just, I mean, if we keep getting better, then
Yeah.
might as well keep going until he starts sucking, right? We'll get the
But I
top
started sucking, so it's all downhill or uphill?
We're
for me? I don't know.
finding the crescent right now.
Yeah.
We reached the peak.
And then we may go back to one trouble spot and like hit it a bunch of times and try to capture the right thing.
I know, it's up to you. Well, it's time we both reach for the truth. Well, I just know, I know, it's up to you. Well, it's time we both reach for the truth in you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, if I don't have the one.
A lot of the times I might make a mistake or sing it a little differently one time, and I'll be, ooh, that was the one.
The second half of the first verse came out like it felt right that time, and I've been doing a little differently before, so hopefully I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
That's a really fun thing with all this. Like when you get it, you know you nailed it.
Put some of these R&B divas to shame.
Not bad for a drummer.
Another really different thing about the way I layer all these tracks together is that it gives me a chance to do my own background vocals, which which is really interesting to try to find a harmony that complements the lead vocal I'm used to singing.
These vague notions in my head, spinning round and round and round again and again. Well, what else is this poor boy to do?
So once you have all the tracks recorded, then comes the crucial process of mixing, which can take a long time, can be really tedious, but it's so important to capture because you spend all this time working on, you know, getting each little piece of the puzzle the way you want it. And then if your final mix is awful, then you kind of wasted your time. But you really have to pick and choose during the course of a song what is the most important thing at that point. I want the drums to be very prominent because kind of put my best foot forward, and I want the acoustic guitar to be a little more prominent because that is like the song a big part of the song to me. That's how I wrote the song. And then of course the vocals and the lyrics, you know, you want very upfront. And the electric guitars are a little more backgroundy, which typically electric guitars are a little more up front and kind of end up overpowering the acoustic guitars. And I kind of wanted to be a little more careful about that and try to get more of the acoustic guitar in there. We probably spent a good 6 to 8 hours mixing on and on. You can get kind of obsessive about the whole thing, and it can take a while, but it's so exciting to hear it come out the way you intended.
All this time you see it's creeping up in